The City of Richmond says it's taking steps to deal with a former dump that's releasing old garbage into the Fraser River. This comes after a story City News brought you about the man who discovered the problem.
It's a big job, and you just want to see something done about it.
We first told you about Stephen LaRocca, his beach combing hobby, and the garbage being exposed by tidal action in March. He says since then, the issue near Number 8 Road and Portside Road has only gotten worse.
These tires that you see in the background, all the plastics that break down, they not only break down in the water, but they break down when they're exposed in the air like this. After being in the sun, baking in the sun, there's all kinds of chemicals and molecular level toxins that are being released from not only the tires, but the plastic and the motor oils and the greases and rust and everything else.
When City News reached out to the City of Richmond in March, it said it couldn't comment on the situation because it's the subject of ongoing legal discussions and investigations. But in a statement last week, the city told City News in part that it's engaged an environmental consultant to carry out an assessment of the area who will provide recommendations on how to address the situation, adding it's working as quickly as possible.
If they can get something done, then I am all for it, but that remains to be seen. I'm a bit skeptical. I've been down this road a couple times doing this for a few years, so I just take it one day at a time, and it either gets cleaned up or it just continues to get worse.
LaRocca says he told the city about the garbage when he discovered it in 2019, but the mayor says he didn't learn about it until a recent Richmond News article.
I'm not aware that I had any knowledge of it prior to the recent newspaper article. Whether anybody at the city did, I'm not sure. That'll be one of the questions that we will have.
Malcolm Brody says once the city gets recommendations from the environmental consultant, it hopes to partner with a volunteer group to help clean up the area.
What it is, where it is, how deep it is it just on the land? Is it actually submerged? Is it in the... We just have to find out the answer to all those questions before we can really be definitive in what we are going to be able to do.
LaRocca says while he hopes it will be cleaned up, until then he'll continue finding treasure among the trash and sharing it with his online followers.
Garbage keeps getting exposed and pulled out. Remember, this wall used to go a lot further here, and it just keeps getting pulled out, and it's just on the ground.
In Richmond, Monika Gul, City News.